lanes, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play.
Top 5 most impactful athletes of all time.
Alright, I have a good one. Do we want to start off with honorable mentions though first, or?
Yeah, we'll start off with the honorable mentions. You want to go through your honorable mentions? With this list, there's just so many impactful athletes over the course of time.
Yeah.
That, like, my list is probably going to change every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of have to include the honorable mentions in the list because those will probably be in the top 5 at some point, probably tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah.
You want to go your honorable mentions first?
Yeah, so, and obviously they're not in order.
Yeah, of course.
But one of mine is Tiger Woods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, Tiger.
I mean, one of the greatest golfers in history.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about him?
I mean, Tiger was also in my honorable mentions, just how he changed the game of golf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, golf was a white man's sport for the longest time. And there were, over the course of time, there were many black golf players that came in and played. But nobody had the impact of Tiger. And also, he is probably the greatest of all time. He would be the greatest if he didn't have all the scandals, injuries that have kind of held back his career a lot. But, like, prime Tiger, late 90s, early 2000s, nobody's ever played better golf than that. Ever.
Yeah. Another one was, mine was Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I didn't have him in
I didn't even
5.
think about Tom Brady.
Yeah, I was kind of just not thinking about him for a while, but I mean, I don't like him. Actually, I do like him. But
As a Colts fan, I hate, like, I've always been on a Brady hate train.
Now he's hilarious.
No,
he's so funny now.
Number one, I can't argue anymore that he is not the greatest QB of all time.
No, he is.
He is the greatest QB of all time, probably the greatest football player of all time.
Yeah.
But, like, now I love watching him. Dude's, how old is he now? 45?
43, 44,
45. Something like that. He's stupid old. And he's still probably in question to be the best quarterback in the NFL. A lot of people haven't, like, thought about last season's stats for Tom Brady. At the end of the season, he, like, led the NFL in, like, 5 different categories. Which I find ridiculous. And nobody really talks about that.
He's insane.
No, he's awesome. I hate to say, but I love Tom Brady.
No, I love him. I see him on TikTok now. This dude's hilarious on there.
Oh, yeah. I know. He's so funny.
Stupidest shit all over the place. But
now, his stuff with his family is kind of weird, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Let's talk about that. Now, I don't want to butcher her last name, but this is one, I think it might surprise you, Simone Biles.
Simone Biles?
Is that her? Yeah, I think
it's Simone Biles.
That's someone who I think, like, I don't know what...
In the gymnastics world, yeah.
But,
I mean, I don't know much about it.
I don't either, but, like, just, like, hearing... I don't know what year it was, but, like, when she was in the Olympics at that time, how much...
she's been in a couple Olympics now.
Well, I meant, there was, like, that one year where she, like, really grew, and how much, like, people just loved her around the world.
She didn't grow in height.
Well, obviously, she's, like, 4'10", but she can jump 50 feet in the air.
No, she's a tremendous athlete.
No.
And, similar to a lot of these athletes that we're going to talk about, they kind of, like, made their sport prominent.
Exactly. Like, my other two, my last two was Usain Bolt and Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, fastest runner, fastest person alive.
Oh, yeah.
And Kobe, like, in his era, was the most entertaining player to watch ever.
I mean, you can debate that. I mean, I would agree with you, but there's a good debate you could have there.
Well, in, like, the 2000s era, like...
Well, you got D-Wade, you still have LeBron, you had Shaq.
2000s era was Kobe.
Yeah.
2000s
was Kobe,
era,
yeah.
Kobe's 2010s, LeBron and Steph in the mix.
Yeah, early 2010s it was LeBron, and then Steph kind of took over.
2015, 16 was Steph.
And then Steph kind of took over the rest of the decade.
Mm-hmm. But those are my honorable mentions.
Okay. My honorable mentions are a little different. Like I said earlier, I had Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
One I have is Steph.
Yeah.
The only reason why I put Steph, it's still kind of early to tell his overall impact in basketball, but the way the game has changed because of Steph, the 3-point shot is now the shot in basketball, and that goes from NBA, college, high school, middle school, elementary school.
Oh, it's stupid.
Like all these, you're seeing all these kids chuck up 50, 60-foot shots.
Just like a few days ago, I saw a kid like playing an AAU tournament, I think, and he was going on a fast break. Mm-hmm. He was in front of the whole defense. Mm-hmm. Then two caught up. He got to the block of the where the hoop is, the block, and turned all the way to the opposite side of the 3-point line on the wing and just shot a three.
Like, other than probably Michael Jordan, we haven't seen this much change in the game of basketball.
No.
By one player and have so much impact.
Yeah.
Like, when we were growing up playing ball, well, you're still playing ball, but, like, when we were, like, even 10 years ago, like, a 3-point shot wasn't
It was all about the mid-range game.
Yeah, it was all about mid-range.
Everyone wanted you to pull up off the three, like dribble pull-ups every time.
Like, when we were 12 to 15, like, we didn't have to... 3-point... Like, of course, we had people that shot 3-pointers, but now it's every single kid that's shooting.
They looked awful doing it, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they look terrible because they're using their whole body because they can't...
They're all throwing it like this.
They don't. Yeah, they're literally chucking it.
Throwing it down
somehow it's going in. I don't know how the training is with these kids.
I never shot a 3 though until 7th grade. Like I never tried to shoot one.
And now that's your shot.
And now I make
that's ridiculous. Yeah. My next one is Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
Swimming was not a very big sport. And then Michael Phelps came around.
He made it.
Michael Phelps, similar to Simone Biles, like made the sport what it is today.
Yeah, that's what
and
I mean by that, yeah.
Michael Phelps is the winningest Olympic athlete of all time. Like, and just the impact of that is just insane. Like, if you say Michael Phelps, everybody knows Michael Phelps.
Exactly.
So yeah, and then another one I have on my list is Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time,
easily.
Again, he's the one that made hockey relevant in the States.
Yeah.
In Canada, other countries, like, hockey is more prominent and has always been more prominent.
Yeah.
But, like, Wayne Gretzky kind of, like leveled up the sport of hockey, I feel like. And then just his overall talent and how good he was as a hockey player. Still to this day, like, even, like, in basketball, baseball, football, like, you have the debates between eras and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, if you put Wayne Gretzky in the era of hockey today, he would still be the greatest of all time. And, like, I feel like every single hockey fan would agree with that. So, and that's why I have him in my honorable mentions. And then my last one, it's kind of a little sad to talk about now, but Bill Russell.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Just passed away recently, and as big Celtics fans, it hit.
Greatest Celtic of all time.
Yeah, greatest Celtic of all time.
Outside of the sport was just had a huge impact
what
on
he did socially, it is bar none some of the greatest things ever. Like the way he supported Muhammad Ali, he became the first black basketball coach. He's won the most NBA titles out of any NBA player.
It's crazy.
And he did this all in a time where African American athletes were frowned upon in sports. So, and that's why I have him in my honorable mentions. Granted, like, Bill Russell, I want to put him in my top 5, but I just, like, I had such a hard time making this list. It just...
Yeah, when I think about this
list... I
list...
just didn't know.
When I have my 5, like, for our top 5 that we usually do, this one right here is not really an order of my top 5. Like, these are just people who I think are just really impactful, obviously.
See, I think I put mine is in order.
Yeah.
I try my best to. Like, it's kind of hard because of
how... I try to also, but...
Just because how important these athletes are.
They have such a big impact altogether. Like, they have, like, just that kind of feel to it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
and it just shows, like, the world of sports is just amazing. How it can impact on the court, field, rink, and outside as well.
Yeah.
And how much impact that has on it as well. And all these athletes kind of had that, which is just amazing to see.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of do in sports. Yeah. So you want to go with your number 5 first?
Like, getting into our top 5 most impactful players in sports, my number 5 is Michael Phelps, actually. Obviously.
A lot of the same reasons why I said
pretty much, like, most Olympic, like, medals and all that. Swimming, too. Like,
swimming. Who would have thought swimming would be so, like, prominent now, and like especially during the Olympic times, like
I loved that was like
It's so much fun watching
like,
it too.
When you think of the Olympics, like, and it might be kind of boring. Some like
I
some
love the Olympics.
No, but like a lot of people out there just like want to watch one sport and they're done. But like,
I'll
like
watch everything. The Olympics
I meant,
is so much fun
like
to
before,
watch.
like when like those kind of like legends came into the picture.
Yeah.
Like when Michael Phelps like started.
Yeah, because the Olympics really used to focus on gymnastics.
It wasn't that many.
And track and field. Track and field used to be like, you know, what it was, like Jesse Owens and
just seeing how many sports are in like the Olympics now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot now than what it used to be. But he made swimming like he was the guy who made swimming. Made swimming amazing.
This so this girl, I'm just going off this because of Michael Phelps. Katie Ledecky right now, the greatest female swimmer of all time. She's not like as impactful as any of these people on this list, on these lists, but
obviously
she is so much fun to watch swim.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching.
She beats all these other girls by like a lap and a half, and it's just insane.
It's so dumb.
Insane to watch. Oh, she's awesome. And then now for my number 5, I have Michael Jordan at my number 5.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Wait, really? 5?
At 5,
okay.
Yes, at 5. That's how hard this list was. Michael Jordan became probably the definition of a superstar athlete as we know it today.
Yeah.
Him in the 90s, like, he was a god. Like, we've always been Michael Jordan fans.
Who isn't a Michael Jordan fan?
Like,
if you're not a Michael Jordan fan,
like,
you're
come on.
Dick.
But, like, rewatching the, how am I forgetting the documentary?
Last Dance.
Last Dance. Damn, I had a brain fart. That was a bad brain fart.
One of the best documentaries ever.
Oh,
created.
that's my favorite documentary ever.
I watched it like 4 times already.
I think I've watched it 3. But
I'm winning.
But watching that and seeing like they have like film of like fans and like how people treated Michael Jordan around the world.
Yeah.
They treated him like a god. Mm-hmm. His nickname was Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Like who gets that nickname and just gets no criticism for it?
Okay.
but his impact in Nike and how now every single athlete in sports wants their own shoe or has their own shoe deal. Who created that? Well, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird created it, but Michael Jordan made that like a thing. And just his impact on and today's play style in basketball is all based on Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. How players play today is because of Michael Jordan.
They all want to be like Mike.
Yeah, everybody wants to be like Mike.
The song coming true. All right, but we're going to go to number 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is Serena Williams. I would throw in Venus Williams also in there.
Yes, my number 4 is also Venus and Serena.
Yeah, we can both talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, so Venus and Serena, greatest female tennis players of all time, would probably beat many of the men's.
They really made
but like another athlete or para athletes in this case that kind of made their sport what it is.
Yeah, they really made women's tennis come to life.
and also similar to Tiger, and tennis is known to be a majority white sport.
Yeah,
and then they come in and just dominate. And it's just amazing to watch them do everything on the court. Like, it's just great. Any other additions to Venus and Serena?
No, I mean, she's like, she makes me really enjoy watching tennis sometimes. Like, how hard she works. Like, it's like she reminds me of like the Kobe Bryant of tennis. Like, she's probably like out there every day right now. She's probably working out right now.
Did you see this? This was many years ago, I think. But some doctor offered LeBron and Serena like a couple $1 million or something like that for their to create a baby out of their genetics.
No, it's weird.
That is so weird. So but just imagine that child.
Watch him be awful.
That child would be a living monster. But I find that hilarious. I had to bring it up.
So we both have the same number 4.
Yeah, the same number 4.
I'll go to my 3.
You go to your number 3.
As mine is Muhammad Ali. A little weird seeing that number 3, and probably like 1 or 2, but again, I had trouble making this list as like a top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But easily greatest boxer of all time, 100%.
Oh,
I think.
not even a question.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson says he'd get his ass kicked by Muhammad Ali.
But I mean, bringing up Mike Tyson, I love watching those two together.
Oh yeah,
just seeing them
yeah.
Mike Tyson really kind of geeking out over like his idol and all that. But he had, I mean, besides boxing, like he had such an impact on the world too.
Oh, so much
like,
impact.
Like fighting for world peace. All that, like
and then how he fought against the draft during Vietnam. His support from other black athletes, like we talked about earlier, Bill Russell, and I forget who else was involved with that.
I see in my head,
but yeah, remember. No, his, and then just how like dedicated he was to his religion, and
was it Kareem? No,
it was Kareem. It was Kareem.
Yeah,
it was Kareem. Kareem.
Because I remember like
I knew I was missing somebody important.
I remember brought me up about something about like a fight between them, a real fight or something.
Oh God!
Like Kareem versus Muhammad Ali or something.
That would be like the past like Jake Paul fights.
Yeah, like Kareem.
Or what is it? Who did which Paul brother did Floyd Mayweather fight?
Who cares? Logan Paul, I think, but who gives a shit?
Yeah, I didn't even know which brother it was. That's how much I just don't care.
I just forget about it. This is something better.
Yeah, I like how he went from Muhammad Ali to some piece of shit.
It's that's boxing.
No
now.
hate.
That's boxing now, though, which sucks.
Yeah, no.
UFC's better.
Oh, UFC is way better.
I'd rather watch Conor McGregor talk shit all day than watch Jake Paul and Logan Paul fight.
No, and MMA is like real fighting.
Obviously,
those guys and girls are. Freaks.
Do you see their faces at the end?
Oh.
I mean,
I was watching.
Obviously, I know boxing's not fake, but you know what I mean.
No, I was watching the fights last night. They're brutal.
To this point, boxing just feels scripted. At this point, almost.
It does. It just doesn't feel like
it's all YouTubers and TikTok people.
Yeah,
there's someone. They're freaking
They're not real boxers, and it's just unfortunate to watch.
There's like an NBA player right now fighting a rapper or something.
See, I can't. It's why I hate that.
I think it's Nick Young fighting a. Like I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Of course,
I'm gonna say the wrong person, but I think it's like NBA YoungBoy or something. I don't know.
It would. Yeah, but Muhammad Ali, just an amazing person. No. Had a tragic end to his life just because of his disease from boxing, getting just pummeled in the head so much, but like, just another great one.
Yeah.
What are we? My number 3.
Yeah, around yours.
Yeah, my number 3 is Babe Ruth, the great Bambino.
Like that's really hard to put in.
Like you how can you not? It's Babe Ruth. Like everybody from
Great Bambino.
Everybody from California to New York to Indiana to Japan, China, everywhere. I feel like knows Babe Ruth. Mm-hmm. Babe Ruth is probably the most iconic baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
Not even question. The place, I don't know how, like, you can't really put, I don't know if you could put him in today's era and he'd be as good, but just, like, the impact he had on the game of baseball in general, again, is astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I have Babe Ruth at my number 3.
I mean, seeing those little shitty camera highlights of him every home run. I love watching The Sandlot too.
Yeah, and
just seeing Babe Ruth on there.
Even in if you're playing baseball and you're calling something, you have your bat out, you're calling the shot. Like, come on.
I love watching that. I'm glad. I like seeing kids still do that when they play baseball.
Yeah, and that all comes from Babe Ruth.
Especially kids now.
Oh yeah.
Little freaks. I'm just kidding.
All right, now let's get into the top 2.
Yeah,
the top 2.
Now, have you said Jackie Robinson yet?
No.
Is his your number 2?
Jackie's my number 1.
Okay, well mine's number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And first African American play baseball, like Major League Baseball outside of the whole black league that he was playing in.
Yeah.
Sort of
Major League. The Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Jackie Robinson. I mean, I remember watching 42.
Oh,
Chadwick Boseman.
Such a great movie.
Just really brought it to he really brought Jackie Robinson to life. Like seeing what he went through and how whenever he was playing the game, how much he had an impact on just the African American people and how they wanted to really look up to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I get to Jackie as my number one, Muhammad Ali was my number two. And we've kind of gone in length of why Muhammad Ali is the most impactful. So I'm going to kind of skip over that.
That's fine.
So my number one, like you said, Jackie Robinson. During that time, and its tune of it is kind of changed to today just because of football, basketball. But for the longest time, baseball was America's pastime. People still call it America's pastime. I still call it America's pastime. But it's not as popular as what it was.
But when you go to a baseball game, it's that, like,
Oh,
there's such a nice feel to it. And
it
puts you in that
There's
mood.
no greater sporting experience than going to an MLB baseball game.
Puts you in the mood to just grab a beer and just start yelling at people.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The true American sport.
Like, I rather go to one World Series game than two NFL Super Bowls.
I mean, yeah, I would
Which
too.
that's a lot of people might think I'm crazy for saying that. But that's just how I feel.
Yeah, Super Bowl as Super Bowl, man.
I rather go to a one World Series game. That would be.
Oh, I thought you said something.
No,
else.
World Series. Not just a normal baseball. If I had the chance to go to a Super Bowl or one baseball game, I'm going to freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying. Baseball was the most important sport, and so when you bring in an African American player into an all-white league of the greatest sport in the country, the amount of backlash he must have faced during that, like, of course we talk in 42, you kind of see it. You have other film and records and everything, but like, imagine being him and staying strong and still being one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
And then his impact outside the game, like after he passed, all that, like to this day, like we spend in the MLB, they have a stretch where every single team wears the number 42.
Yeah, love that.
To show that they're all the same. And that's what Jackie Robinson was, and that's how much of impact he had in sports, in baseball.
When do they do that again?
I think they usually do it in the beginning of the season.
Because I don't remember seeing them this year yet.
I didn't see it this year. I haven't watched that much baseball this year though, so I can't really say.
They play hundreds of games, so it's like,
yeah, they play almost 200 games. Like, it's insane.
I don't know how they can with how long
the last
games
5
are.
years. I haven't really gotten in, just because my favorite team, the Reds, are absolutely
I can't stand
awful. So I just refuse to watch baseball until
they get good.
Until the fall, the last like 20 games of the season up till the playoffs and through the playoffs. That's when I really get into baseball.
Yeah.
Because like the early parts of the season, there's just so many games, and I just really don't pay attention all that much. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. Jackie Robinson is my number one for most impactful athlete of all time.
My number one, it's gonna sound a little weird, but mine is LeBron.
Really? At number one?
Over
Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali,
again,
Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps.
Remember what I said when I made this list? It's not in order.
Okay.
This is not in order. Yeah. If I made this order now, I'm gonna put Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Serena Williams, LeBron, and Michael Phelps.
But why do you think LeBron's so impactful?
I mean, when he came into the league, like in high school. When he was playing in high school,
he's the greatest high school athlete.
I mean, did you see? But like, how many people just wanted to go see him play? Like,
yeah,
how much of an impact like he really had on people, and when he got into the NBA, and even outside the NBA, like what he's doing, like for like the community and all that. Like specifically, like his building his own school and all that. And it's like inside his community where he was raised and all that. I just thought that was really cool to think about. I mean, obviously it doesn't compare to what Jackie Robinson did, what Muhammad Ali was doing, Bill Russell, but
yeah, but like at the same time, I don't want to be this person, but like a lot of athletes do stuff like that.
No, I know.
They give back to charity. They do their own thing outside of the sport.
I know.
You can name thousands of athletes that do that.
I know. And LeBron's also a billionaire now because of it.
Yeah, he is a billionaire.
And, yeah. He just, I think he became a billionaire not too long ago, like a couple months back.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Is he the second athlete of all time to do that? Was Michael didn't become a billionaire.
Michael Jordan did not.
And not until
Obviously,
after.
they were making no money.
Yeah, and Michael was making a shit ton of money.
I'm talking about like when they
What are you talking
I'm talking about
about?
while they were playing, like in the like when he was playing, he obviously wasn't.
Yeah, I think what they said was LeBron was the first athlete to become a billionaire during his career.
Yeah, that's what
I think that's what it was.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Like Michael Jordan obviously didn't do that because they weren't making as much money as people do now in their sport.
Yeah. I mean, they're still making buttloads of money.
Yeah.
More than we'll probably ever see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But if I could really switch that, I mean, because again, I came up with this list real quick. I just figured brought some people in my head really thinking about who just made it. Especially today, LeBron has a big impact today with the world. Like that's why I put it there. But obviously, if I switched it up, my number one would be Jackie Robinson. I think also.
Yeah. I mean, my reasoning for not like really considering LeBron is I just don't see the impact like I do with many other athletes.
Yeah.
Of course, he is so popular.
I just think like in today's world right now,
I just don't see like how he's particularly changed the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't see it like what he.
I just really think about like how many people just really look up to him now.
No, yeah,
like that's what like,
a lot. Yeah.
The amount of people how like they look up to him nowadays is it's honestly really like something to behold and like.
Mm-hmm. But again, there's probably every single athlete has people that look up to them.
No, obviously I know, but it's LeBron.
Okay,
it's LeBron.
But you say it's LeBron.
But if I make this list again, he's not my number one, obviously.
Okay,
Jackie Robinson's my number one, or Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. I can go back and forth between those two.
Exactly. They can duke it out. That'd be tough.
I wonder who'd win that fight.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods comes swinging in and takes the fight against
I might just
Jackie
throw him
Robinson
in there for
and Muhammad Ali.
I know.
All loved Jackie Robinson, but Muhammad Ali would probably kick his ass with one hand tied behind his back.
Both hands behind his back.
Honestly,
he'll just be dodging, and then after that he'll do his little wiggle.
Bob and weave. Oh,
I love that video so much.
Oh, that's iconic. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, so that's our list for the top 5 most impactful athletes of all time.
Again, it's not my list. It's just...
yeah.
I'm kidding.
We were very loose with the top 5 on this one.
I was very loose.
Just because this is such a broad topic. But yeah.
Sometimes it could get political too.
Oh yeah, it can get political real quick.
I was trying to really avoid that.
Yeah, I was trying
That's
to.
That's why I was
like
kind of like slowing down, like what I was saying.
Yeah, majority of the people,
especially with LeBron,
majority of the people we talked about had so much like involvement in politics, and we just don't like. And Muhammad Ali is probably the most known for that.
No, yeah, especially Muhammad Ali and Bill Russell.
And Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, especially too.
Yeah, but we're not that kind of show.
No.
Politics is such a slippery slope to so much chaos. Yeah, I just don't want to get into it.
In today's world, it's not something we.
It frustrates me. It frustrates you. I'm sure it frustrates everybody out there watching. So, if anybody's watching,
it's fine. We will. We'll get there.
Please watch us.
Yeah, man. We'll be more consistent. We promise.
Yeah, I know. A couple weeks off, man.
A whole month, actually.
Has it been that long?
Our last video was a month ago. Both of our videos was a month ago.
Shit. Well,
we're putting more out there, boys.
Yeah, we have big plans. We're planning to put out more stuff
throughout
the week, and not just one big podcast video.
Yeah.
But over the last couple weeks, we've had a lot of big stuff come out.
Mm-hmm. Marvel specifically.
Yes, Marvel and DC stuff. Fucking superhero movies, man.
No, yeah, I've watched
crazy stuff.
When I was watching Kevin Feige do the whole announcements of their phase 5 and 6.
Yeah, I
have a list right here of which ones what's happening right now.
Okay,
maybe we could discuss a little bit.
We'll go through
each
them.
one.
We'll go through them.
So like the first one is well, actually no, what's that? Before Phase 4 ends, the last one is actually Black Panther.
Black Panther. I'm very nervous for that movie.
I have theories, and I like people have other theories about like the ending of that trailer. But like, we'll talk about that last part of the trailer later. But I mean, I'm a little nervous, but like
that
trailer made me so like
it was very
emotional.
This
is really emotional,
and it's so sad not seeing Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, Chadwick Boseman was one of my favorite actors.
I remember watching the new Rockstars guy talk about like he kind of like watched the trailer, and when they saw the everyone wear the white robes, like white attire, it's like there's sign of their a funeral happening. I feel like that they're gonna really show that Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa's character, like is passed on. Or
I just at the same time, because I feel a little icky that I feel like they're using his death to make money. I don't think that's what Marvel's intended at all, but I just like I feel like I don't know, I feel weird.
No, it's
that I'm like, they're gonna make so much money off this. Yeah. Like the first trailer was all about, Chadwick Boseman dying.
Obviously, they're not trying to like.
I know they're definitely that's definitely not what's going on in their mind.
They did a great obviously like it was probably hard to show that trailer for people, but the way they really showed just how Chadwick Boseman really made that character and how much people just love him.
Yeah,
but that trailer really showed. Like all those like the music in the beginning, how the actors really showing on their just how much they really care.
And then with that movie, like with Wakanda Forever, like I wanted them to recast T'Challa because I feel like that character of Black Panther T'Challa is way too impactful on the culture
of the MCU. Also, like
in the MCU and in our culture, our society today, I feel like that character is way too important to not have in a movie. That's why I feel like they should have recast.
Yeah.
But granted, they were in a really tough situation. Do we recast this character that Chadwick Boseman created and made relevant in our society?
Yeah.
Or do we recast? It's like a lose-lose situation. I know people complaining on both sides about that.
Yeah, because I feel like if people see, like, they recast him, they're going to think, why are you disrespecting him? Like, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and then you have other people saying, by not recasting him, you're disrespecting his legacy.
Yeah, lose-lose. Like,
it's a lose-lose. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think the trailer looked fantastic.
They're just going to have to do their best, like, just to really honor him and just, like... Have either Zuri or I forget the girl at the beginning.
See, I don't think Shuri should be the new Black Panther.
Talking about the theory that I was going to bring up,
it should be. Oh, who's the big dude?
The gorilla
M'Baku.
M'Baku. No, yes.
M'Baku. I haven't seen Black Panther.
We're gonna go with M'Baku.
Yeah,
the guy who's in the snow part of the
Bro, he should be the next Black Panther. Logically, it makes sense. He almost beat T'Challa in that fight,
and also
in the movie,
and also when he found his body.
Come on, he's the one that should he's the most qualified.
Yeah,
he runs his own tribe.
Yeah, and
so he's logically should be in the next one.
Yeah, especially when in the first movie, how when T'Challa loses to Killmonger in that little ritual fight, whenever. His family went to M'Baku to grant him the power of the throne and all that.
If I had to put money on it, I think they're gonna make Shuri the next Black Panther. But I just don't she has no combat experience.
No, but she got bodied in the end of the first episode.
Oh my! In the first movie, yeah. She's probably the smartest character in Marvel.
I remember the other girl's name. Between those two, I think it would be Nakia. That's her name.
Yeah, no, she'd be a good one too. She'd be a good one too.
It would be her, but the way
I just don't know if they're gonna do that.
No, but the end of the trailer, I love the theories. I think it could be Killmonger also, though.
There's no way.
No, I could see it.
There's no way.
With the whole thing about Thor now, about the whole Valhalla stuff, how they could come back.
Bro, I could see Killmonger was a genocidal maniac.
I know, but the end of Black Panther, how T'Challa honored him at the end. Putting him in I don't know what he buried him. They didn't bury him.
No, he wanted to be buried. He wanted to be tossed in the ocean.
Yeah, the way his ancestors did. That's what he said.
Yeah,
but they could bring him back. I could see it, but I don't think it would be.
I wouldn't. It should
just be Nakia.
Other than a CGI Chadwick Boseman, that would be my least.
They're not gonna do that.
I'm making a point.
I know.
There's no way they do that. I'm making a point.
They literally have his face on a building in the trailer.
No. Other than having a CGI Chadwick Boseman, having Killmonger back as Black Panther as a good guy would be the worst decision they make.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nakia. That's who it's gonna be. It's just at the end of the trailer. Hold on.
We've talked about this movie forever.
I know. I don't care. It's good enough. At the end of the trailer, that is a man's body. That's a freaking Black Panther suit. That's a big body.
Okay, here's a good theory. Here's a good theory. What if there's multiple Black Panthers in the movie?
Well, I mean, there could
maybe Shuri starts off, and then she's like, I can't do this. Well, I mean, and then they switch
with the whole like Phase 4 stuff, with all the God stuff. Like they could
they
could go like to the spiritual plane thing that they were called, the celestial plane. I don't know.
I also heard a rumor that the main villain behind the scenes of the movie is Doctor Doom, and that's how they bring Fantastic Four and stuff.
Yeah, Doctor Doom I think could show up in this movie, maybe like end credit, something like that.
Yeah, and like I'm hearing rumors that he's the one like behind everything.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know who's gonna be the Black Panther in that. It's just
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
It's between three, but Killmonger's just questionable to me. But still, I like the theory about it. But
I'm very excited. We'll see the movie. I think it's gonna be a great movie.
With the rest, with Phase 5 coming out too, the first one with Ant-Man, Quantumania.
I think that movie's gonna be amazing.
I mean, I talked about it like for 2 seconds yesterday about who's in it, but like with Kang as the villain, but also MODOK is in it. I don't know if you know who that is.
Is that the?
It's like the big
head. Oh,
yeah. But he's got like they showed concept art of him, but he's got like a mask on.
Why?
They'll take it off, I bet, in the movie.
Oh, okay. Like why?
It's MCU. Who cares? MCU's great, but
I mean, that would be hard to create as a character.
I mean,
make it live action.
The concept art looked pretty good for him. But
like live action, that would be kind of hard to make.
That's why they put him.
Because his whole body's like a freaking head.
They did nutsack chin with Thanos, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
throw enough money at it, it would work.
The next one's Secret Invasion with Samuel Jackson. I think it'd be cool. But it'll be better than some of the other stuff that I see.
I'm kind of done with the Disney Plus TV shows until Daredevil.
I saw the Phase 4 lineup. There was only like 4 or 5 movies, I think.
Yeah, and the rest are TV shows.
I know, it was kind of sad to see, but
I just think the Marvel shows, they've been too short.
Yeah, but with
rushed at the end.
But seeing Phase 5 now, they're going to be a lot longer now. I hope.
No, even with She-Hulk coming up, instead of 6 episodes, it's 9.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it later, but Daredevil's 18, which that's probably my most exciting piece of news.
Yeah.
Because I love the Netflix Daredevil, and Charlie Cox is an amazing actor and fits that role so perfect. Good. I just hope they do not ruin that character. That's what makes me so nervous.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's Disney now. I feel like they're gonna ruin it.
Seeing him in She-Hulk though, and like it's She-Hulk, and like I feel like they're gonna ruin him in that.
Oh, I'm worried they're gonna make him some jokey person. I'm like, please don't.
They're gonna send out a bunch of blind jokes from She-Hulk. I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I mean, Charlie Cox, like he was all for, like he wanted to still be like his Daredevil show, like he wanted to be brutal like that still, which I hope they do listen, but it is the...
And then with an 18-episode show, you can do a lot.
That's why, I think they're trying to... That's why I feel like they're really not trying to ruin his character that much, giving him 18 episodes.
Yeah, like, give him 18 episodes, that's...
He's like one of the most loved characters, like... I mean, because he's... I guess, yeah, he is an MCU now. Like he's.
Have you seen the show Daredevil from Netflix? It's now on Disney Plus.
I know. I'm gonna start watching it because I kind of got.
Oh, you have to watch it.
I know the story. I've seen like video. I've watched some of stuff. Like I know all about it.
It puts every single Daredevil. Marvel TV show to shame.
No, I know.
That's how good it is.
Especially those really shitty shows like Iron Fist. Luke Cage is decent, but all the other stuff.
I never saw those. I only saw Daredevil and Punisher.
I heard Luke Cage is okay, but all the other stuff is shit.
I didn't see those two.
Yeah,
I only saw Daredevil and Punisher. Punisher's also very good.
No, Punisher's amazing. But getting to the rest, the next one's Guardians Galaxy, the third one.
Oh, I'm so upset we didn't get to see the trailer.
I kind of saw it. I saw a clip of a trailer.
I think it's gonna be.
I don't think we could talk about
It's
it. It's
supposedly the last one with the Guardians.
I think there's gonna be like.
I think it's gonna be emotional.
I think one or two characters are gonna die. I think like Drax and Rocket might die. Rocket was definitely gonna die. I think
Rocket might die. I really hope he doesn't.
Rocket will die, but I think who
probably
Batista
Groot.
plays Drax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think because he doesn't want to be Drax anymore, so I think he might die too.
I don't know if I think I see one of them dying.
They said this movie's gonna be emotional as shit. Though.
Oh, I know. I'm very excited. That's probably my favorite movie I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Is The Last Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but the next one is Echo. But the only reason why I'm gonna watch it it's because Daredevil's in it.
But like in the Hawkeye show, I just didn't see the intrigue.
She
for
had
her.
no development whatsoever.
No development whatsoever.
I mean, each person in that show had no development.
No,
besides
and then
Hawkeye
they ruined Kingpin.
He's not dead, but still, like
they just ruined him in that show. That's what makes me nervous about Daredevil. So unless they make some big changes.
But besides the Daredevil show that I'm most excited for, the next one I'm most excited for is actually Loki. Like Disney Plus show wise.
Yeah.
I love
more Kang, because Kang's also gonna be an Ant-Man. He's the main bad guy.
I know that's
in Ant-Man.
I mean, I didn't like the Ant-Man movies that much.
I love the first one. The second one is meh. I love the first one.
I didn't watch the second one.
I think the first one's good. It's a nice like family.
No, I like the
story.
I like
it's
the first
funny.
one. I just did not watch the second one though. I don't think I watched it fully.
And then Michael Pena, the like big speeches he goes on where like he's like telling a story.
Oh yeah,
like super fast. I think Marvel for every single movie, they should have an intro with Michael Pena explaining what led up to this. like that would be genius.
Like the Marvel Studios logo comes up and it shows up. It's like, so let's start.
Let's recap.
Let's recap.
Blah, 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 blah.
First, Ant-Man got a suit.
See, that would have been great for Doctor Strange because you had WandaVision, which led into Doctor Strange, so it could have explained the whole thing there. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah, but the next one, then the Marvels.
Disney, you should listen to me.
Yeah,
I am smart.
Yeah. But then I don't really care about this one. But after Loki's the Marvels, just from Miss Marvel and all that. I don't really care. I mean, there's supposed to be 3. It's Captain Marvel, the Miss Marvel chick, and I don't know who the other one is.
It's Monica Rambeau from WandaVision.
Yeah, I mean, she's cool, but I don't know about.
She's the only one I like out of the 3.
Yeah, but I don't really. I don't really care about.
Because she had like
it's a movie, isn't it?
It's a movie.
Oh my god! Of course we give that one a movie.
Yeah.
But then we got Blade 2. Also,
Blade's gonna
be
so
sick because he came up in Eternals.
Oscar winner Mahershala Ali.
He came in Eternals, didn't he? At the end,
his voice is in the end.
It's
with Jon Snow.
It's obviously him.
No, yeah. All you do is hear his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but like vampires.
It's gonna be so sick.
Like, come on, like
vampires in the MCU.
I feel like it's getting. I'm just worried that it's gonna become too convoluted. There's just too many things like vampires, aliens.
Well, that's the whole multiverse thing that they're trying to.
That's why Phase 4.
That's why Phase 4 was a setup for because Phase 4 was just more of like it was like more of like a comedy feel almost kind of.
I just think Phase 4 they didn't know what to do.
The beginning they were doing something with WandaVision and Loki, Captain America, the Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier thing was just kind of.
Again, Falcon Winter Soldier. I loved it, and then the last episode, Captain Falcon, and then the last episode felt so rushed, and I didn't.
I still liked it.
It's one of my favorite out of the ones they've made. I'm just
out of those 3, Loki is my favorite though.
Okay, that's fine.
WandaVision, Falcon, and Loki's my favorite.
Loki was really good. Yeah,
just set up for Kang was perfect.
Yeah, and a good intro.
Now, like they're like multiple Kangs. Like if he died, it's just a new timeline.
I did see a theory that the reason why Kang became like the time person was he created a timeline that Tony Stark was dead because he was only scared.
Yeah, because he was the only one who could really defeat him at that time. But
so I feel like that would be a cool story if they go that way. I doubt they'll go that way.
But then. I mean, this is one I'm really excited for.
Let's go a little faster on these.
Yeah, no.
Let's only go through the ones we're gonna actually enjoy.
The one I'm actually gonna enjoy is actually this next. It's just Ironheart. I'm really gonna enjoy that.
But she's gonna be a Black Panther.
Yeah. When that trailer came up, When she made her little heart.
Shit the heart.
It's like literally like frame by frame when Iron Man was building his in the cave.
Yeah,
it's like perfect. I love that.
But like, I'm not a fan of derivative characters of main characters like Hulk, She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Iron Man, Ironheart, Flash, Kid Flash, Superman, Superboy. Like
DC's unoriginal with their names though. DC's really unoriginal.
I don't like derivative characters.
Yeah. I don't care. They're cool.
And what I'm worried about with She-Hulk is they're gonna make Hulk like who is supposed to be the strongest person ever, and they're gonna make him into a weakling jobber.
They're not though.
Oh, they're going to. They're 100% going to.
They're not gonna make him weaker than She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes,
it's the fucking Hulk.
Look at the Hulk, man. He's doing yoga in the trailer, and she's doing yoga better than him.
In that trailer, he threw
jobbing.
He threw the rock into space like a meteor when she threw it barely further than him. Did you not see that trailer?
No.
Oh, the new clip was like when they were throwing the rocks. Like he threw his, and then she threw another one.
No.
And then he grabbed one and literally threw it into space.
Yeah. Well, I just want Angry Hulk back. I'm sick of this. It was funny.
It was cool.
It was funny in Endgame.
It was good in Endgame. It was actually a good concept in Endgame.
But again, they made Hulk into kind of a bitch character.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm not gonna go with Agatha.
I don't care about it. WandaVision's my favorite MCU show.
Skip it.
But I did not want to
skip it. Daredevil's next. Daredevil.
We already talked about Daredevil.
I know. Yeah. It's gonna be the best one.
Oh, it's gonna be the best one. Series. That's what I'm excited for the most.
I mean, and then after that is the new Captain America. I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm curious where they're gonna go with that.
I just don't know what villain would be. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious what they're.
Just be some comic book villain, and then Thunderbolts.
No, going back to Captain America. I think it's gonna be Seinfeld girl, the girl from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, and then it'll lead to the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and that'll lead into Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Who's Because I wonder if they'll bring one of those characters, Red Hulk, into Thunderbolts. Maybe. You know who the Red Hulk is?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Well, I've seen pictures. I don't know.
Well, remember in the Incredible Hulk, the guy who was trying to kill Hulk the whole time.
That's Abomination.
No, the other guy, like in the army and all, the guy with the white hair.
Oh, he passed away.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, like his character is the Red Hulk, I guess.
Oh,
like
really?
He was the person who turns into Red Hulk, I think. I just saw a concept.
I wonder how they're gonna do Thunderbolts because that actor he just passed away a few months ago.
Yeah, I don't know. CGI, I don't know.
And Thunderbolts is his. I don't know how they make that work.
Yeah. But there's gonna be a lot. I mean.
And I don't think they're done announcing everything. I think there's gonna be more stuff.
Because with going into Phase 6, like they only showed 3 movies.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much.
Which
more.
is Fantastic Four and in the same month, in the same year, is Avengers. The 2 Avengers movies, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Mm-hmm. Secret Wars is gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think that's what, they're gonna bring back Chris Evans. Robert Downey Jr. for Secret Wars. I would put $100 on it right now.
But that kind of movie is 4 hours long.
Oh yeah,
that story, because I know that storyline from no story comic theory crap. But Secret Wars is a big giant fucking battle.
And then D23 is coming up really soon, which is like Disney's big movie release thing.
Yeah,
and I think that's where they'll probably show the cast for Fantastic Four. They'll probably show
I'm really curious about that, though.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do.
Because I don't know if John Krasinski's going to come back. I doubt that now.
I was 100% thinking it was, and now I'm I don't know. I think they might go younger.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'll just have to see. I would love John Krasinski.
Chris Evans comes back. Flame on!
Oh, that would be so funny. Those movies are so bad.
I think they'll put Silver Surfer in that movie.
They'll probably introduce him eventually.
I really hope they do. That character's OP.
They probably will with Kang or something. Not no Galactus. Whenever they decide to Galactus,
that'll be a different phase. Mm-hmm. Kang's the big one.
Honestly, probably after Secret Wars, they'll probably try to do Galactus.
Yeah, because that's a big one.
That's probably what they'll do after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when they'll bring in like Silver Surfer and.
Oh yeah, because he's a big part of the.
Yeah, Galactus. And Galactus is like I think he's a big X-Men kind of.
He is, yeah, kind of
villain. So and then by that time you'll have more X-Men in the MCU.
Well, I'm
curious. I think they're gonna announce a lot of X-Men stuff.
Phase 6.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna announce Wolverine.
Because I think we're gonna get some X-Men maybe in Thunderbolts.
I think we're gonna get Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Wolverine.
Oh, and Spider-Man. We didn't get Spider-Man either.
Spider-Man's not.
I know
Disney.
It's Sony. They don't announce their Spider-Man stuff in here, but it'll be part of Phase 6 probably.
Maybe. I don't know if they're allowed to make announcements.
When is Phase 6? Is 2020? Oh, 2025.
Yeah, that's only a couple years.
2024 is when it starts.
Man, that's almost two. That's not that far off.
VFX editors are gonna be fucking depressed.
Oh my gosh! That's gonna be crazy.
They're gonna quit their jobs.
100%. I would if I'm getting shafted.
This is actually
like
this is actually the article. I found this list. Look what it says. VFX studios depressed when they heard the announcement.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, they really are having a tough time. Like, they really need to, again, like we talked about it, quality over quantity.
Yeah. And then speaking of quality, the complete opposite of Marvel, we have DC. Yeah. DC or Warner Brothers in general, has been making some big moves recently.
Yeah.
And I am all for it. David Zaslav, the new the head of Discovery and Warner Brothers, I think he's a genius businessman.
Is he doing the 10-year plan thing with like kind of Kevin Feige what he did?
Well, no. So David Zaslav is like the CEO of all of Warner Brothers and Discovery.
No, yeah.
And he's gonna hire somebody to run the 10-year plan, but like he hired Alan Horn. Alan Horn is the guy from Disney who basically created Marvel and Disney in the modern era. He was Kevin Feige's
bitch boy.
No. Mentor.
Same thing.
And he hired by Warner Brothers to run all their movies and stuff. His probably number one job is to hire somebody to run DC.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it because DC's been very hit and miss for so many good characters, and finally you have somebody that comes in and is like, okay, we're getting rid of all these movies and shows that we've greenlit that are horrible, and just getting rid of them and starting over and doing something good and focusing only on making good stuff. Yeah. So I think that's a good process of like running a company.
Especially after what happened with Batgirl.
Well, yeah, it's a smart thing to do. Like, if the movie's horrendous, why waste $90 million?
I'm just saying, seeing how all these movies are flopping with DC, they need to start over.
Yeah, like, if you want to show that your brand is of quality, you can't just put out bad movies.
Yeah, because they're just, with Black Adam coming out too, and like it'll be good, but
I don't know. I don't like the trailers.
I don't know. It's up and down.
I just want Henry
DC.
Cavill.
I don't care for anymore.
I just want Henry Cavill to come back as Superman.
The only thing
Man of Steel is probably my number one for most underrated movie of all time. That movie is amazing.
I can't believe people
that
hate
movie.
That movie
Is genius filmmaking.
Like, people actually hate that movie.
I don't know how.
I don't know why.
They don't watch the movie.
They don't.
They
just see the first thing they hate and they're done watching. That's how critics are, and that's how awful fans are.
I mean, granted, film and movies, TV, everything, it's all a matter of opinion. Somebody's least favorite movie can be somebody's favorite movie.
Guess what? Their opinion sucks.
I think their opinion sucks, but everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Fuck your kidding. Fuck your opinion.
Fuck your opinion.
It better be what I like. That get me killed. I'd get myself killed if I said that for real.
Oh,
if
100%.
I was serious about that. I'm
100%.
not serious, but
even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.